Give me my drink. Give me my drink, boy. Not that one. It's in the Autobot glass. Zach.
Hello.
Thank you for helping me out.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about Man of Steel #3.
Yeah. What happens? What's the
Picture it. 1985. Ronald Reagan is president.
I'm constantly thinking about that time.
DC Comics is doing an experiment. They're going to reboot their universe. Before reboot was even a word.
Oh wait, this book was written in 1985?
Yeah.
I meant the story takes place in 1985.
It does too. Both of them. Same thing.
Fair enough.
DC Comics going to reboot their universe. First time they ever did it. And this is like the first time a reboot ever happened in pop culture. Whoa. They did a thing called Crisis on Infinite Earths, and then they remade every superhero. And we're going to talk about Superman. They rebooted him in 6 issues in a comic called Man of Steel. We're going to talk about #3, the first instance of Superman and Batman meeting. We're starting our story out in Gotham City. Batman has tracked down a villain and cornered him in an alley. Puts him up against the wall. He says, "Where's your boss? I need to know where your boss is." And he's like, "I'm not telling you, man. My boss, she's crazy, man. I can't tell you." And he's like, "You think she's crazy? Check me out." And he breaks one of his fingers. Crack! And he's like, "Oh, man." And Batman says, "Now you have 9 more chances to tell me." This guy flails around and kicks Batman back. Kicks him in the nuts. "Oh, God." Oh, goes down. He's like, "Yeah, I got Batman. I'm the guy who got Batman." And he runs off, and Batman's like, "Yeah, you really got me. Wink."
Was that on purpose? Did he take a nut shot on purpose?
He took a blow on purpose so the guy would escape and lead him to Magpie. So he pulls out his bat rope and starts...
Bat rope?
His bat rope!
His bat brand rope.
Yeah!
Is it made of bats? Or
No!
is it just branded
It's got a batarang on the end of it, and he twirls it and then clicks it onto a awning and then swings through the city. And in the middle of tracking down this guy, his bat rope suddenly, like, lurches. And he looks up, and Superman's got the end of it. He's like, "Hey there, Batman. Ha-ha, I'm Superman. We're going to take you down to the police precinct, and we're going to have a nice conversation." And Batman's like, "Screw you, blue boy," and just lets go of the rope. And Superman's, "Holy shit!" And he's, like, looking around for Batman.
How did you not see him?
He was concentrating on something else. There was a bird. A goose hit him in the face. Superman's looking around for him. He's using his super senses. Then Batman comes out of the shadows and says, "See, even the city. I can one-up you, Superman. I'm so much better than you because I hid very, very well." And Superman's like, "I don't fucking care, man. I'm taking you to the police anyways." He says, "Stop! Stop right there. Use your supervision. You can tell I'm covered in a force field. The same force field they use in metal detectors at the airport."
What?
Do metal detectors have force fields?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Well, Superman's just like, "I don't fucking care. I'm Superman. You're coming with me to the police." And he's like, "But wait, there's more. You see, this force field is key to your DNA, your alien DNA." I'm going to stop from the story real quick. Can I just take an aside?
Yeah.
Okay. How does Batman get Superman's DNA before he even met him?
Maybe Superman donated to a sperm bank. Maybe there's like 1 billion like superpowered children out there. Batman's like, "I'll take all of it."
I have a different idea. Batman goes to Metropolis and like disguises himself as a hot dog vendor and puts himself in a place where he knows Superman's gonna be. And Superman lands is like, "I've defeated the villain." And Batman runs up and says, "Oh, Superman, you saved Metropolis again. Here, have a complimentary hot dog." And Superman's like,
the Batman voice.
That's how you know it's Batman. He takes a hot dog and he's like, delicious hot dog. Takes one big bite of it, and then Batman slaps a hot dog out of his hand and says, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, well, now it's dirty. You can't eat it, right?
Correct.
And Superman, okay, I guess not.
What if Superman was like, yeah, 30-second rule?
Batman has his DNA and has keyed this force field to Superman's DNA, and Superman's just like, how is that gonna stop me? I'm goddamn Superman. You can't stop me. He's like, but there's still more. Wait, you're not letting me finish here, Superman. If you break this force field that's keyed to your DNA, a bomb will go off attached to an innocent life, killing that person.
You know, like Batman does.
Yeah, like Batman does. He just threatens innocent lives.
Yeah, and he kills people for his own personal gain. Yeah, that's Batman.
That's Batman.
That's how he does.
And Superman's like, egad, you fiend! Because that's how Superman talks.
Is Batman just bluffing this whole thing?
Well, Superman checks him with his like super senses, and he checks his heart rate and his sweat and his perspiration. He's all that kind of stuff that you do to check to someone that's lying. And no, Batman isn't lying at all. But Batman says, but there are bigger fish to fry right now. There's a villain out there named Magpie. And what she does is she'll go and she'll steal precious gems and shiny goblets and that kind of thing, and replace them with an exact replica that you can't ever tell the difference of, but it's made of explosives. So when you go and you check on your priceless necklace or priceless bauble, whatever it is, it explodes, killing the person. So many people have died from Magpie. We cut to that criminal. Remember the criminal that got away from Batman? He makes it back to Magpie.
Yep.
And Magpie's very upset. She's like, oh, where were you? And he's like, I'm sorry, I got waylaid by Batman. You got waylaid by Batman? That needs to be punished. We're going to have to do something about that. He's like, wait a minute, what do you mean? What's going on? She pulls out a stick of dynamite, of TNT. It's time for happy birthday. And she lights it. And the criminal's like, not happy birthday. Not happy birthday! And she shoves the stick of dynamite into his mouth, lit. And he explodes. And Superman's like, I just heard an explosion, followed by a woman's laughter. It's coming from this way. And Batman and Superman, they go off to stop the villain. They get there, and the crooks are like, oh my god, it's Superman and Batman!
Literally the worst two things we're gonna run into.
Literally! And of course, the criminals try, they shoot Superman, nothing happens, Batman karate chops them, they go down like nobody's business. But Magpie, she throws a gas canister down. And it's poison gas, and she gets away in the gas. Superman sucks in the gas, he flies into space, and he blows it out. He comes back down to go see Batman. Batman's like, I got my portable lab kit here, my crime kit, laptop.
Like I carry around with me all the time.
Yeah, I carry it around everywhere. He's like, I've been analyzing this one tiny thread, and it appears that it is 5,000 years old. And Superman's like, and? Well, there's only one place in Gotham City where you can find 5,000-year-old thread. The Gotham Museum. They go off to the museum. Mm-hmm. And they see Magpie there. And it literally takes one frame, like 2 seconds. Superman walks up, goes pink, and she's down, and they win. Superman's like, we gotta take her to prison. Batman's like, no, wait. She's deranged. Prison's not the right place for her. You see, I figured it all out. She was once a museum curator, constantly seeing the shiny objects behind the glass, but never able to touch them. It drove her mad, and that's why she went to steal things and replace them with explosives. She needs to go to Arkham Asylum instead for treatment. And Superman's like, I guess? So there's one more loose end to tie up with this story. And that is the innocent person that Batman threatened at the beginning of this story.
Yeah, who's that?
So Superman confronts Batman and says, okay, now that Magpie has been defeated, what about this innocent? Batman pulls out a bomb from his own bat belt and says, the innocent was me the entire time. And Superman's like, you guys are fucking nuts. I'm going back to Metropolis. Whoosh.
Yep.
Hey there. I'm sure you figured out there are some mistakes in this video compared to what actually happened in the comic books. Hey, I was drunk at the time. But feel free to put them in the comments below. And if you liked this video, share it with your friends. The more views we get, the more likely we are to continue this series.